Welcome guys. Welcome to my session. Today we're gonna do triangles, lines and angles, perpendicular lines, parallel lines and all those things. So the topic today is triangles. Triangles, lines and angles. We're gonna study these things today. We will discuss triangles, lines and their angles. So for introduction, I will start with triangles. First thing, what do you know about triangles? What types of triangles do you know, guys? First thing, we have isosceles triangle. Isosceles. It says isosceles triangle, guys. This triangle has two equal sides. It has two equal sides and two equal angles. It's isosceles. The second one we have equilateral. Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, it has three sides that are equal and also three angles that are equal. All the sides are congruent to each other. All the angles are equal and also the sides are also equal. This is equilateral triangle. There is also scaling triangle. Scaling triangle. This triangle, it has three different angles and three different sides. All the three sides are not equal and also the three angles are not equal. It's called scaling triangle. There's also the last one. This is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Why I'm saying it's right angle triangle, because it has an angle of 90 degrees. This is what we see. This is what determines that this is a right angle triangle. We see with this 90 degrees. How when 90 degrees, guys? It means this is a right angle triangle. We have different types of right angle triangles. We also have this type of right angle triangle. This is 90 here. This can be 45. This is 90. This is 90. This is 45. 45. This it means this is a isosceles right angle triangle. It has two equal sides and two equal angles. So you have to know all these triangles in order for you to be able to answer triangles, lines and angles, perpendicular lines and parallel lines. I'm gonna do different examples based on whatever we have learned right now. So make sure that you copy all these things so that you can remember them and paste them on your wall, man, on your wardrobe or on your wall in your bedroom, you know, just to see them every day when you wake up. You have to remind yourself every day when you wake up, guys. If you want to know these things, you must learn them frequently, learn them every day. Go through them. You can learn these things. I can give you a week. By the end of a week, you will know triangles. You will know all these things that I'm doing right now. So we have also lines. We have learned about triangles. Now we're gonna learn about lines. We did this one. Then we come in here. So in this case, I will draw. What do you know about parallel lines? What do you know about parallel lines? This is line A, line B. What do you know about parallel lines? You know that parallel lines has equal gradient. Yes, it has an equal gradient. So what else do you know about parallel lines? Okay, let me do this. If I draw a line here, what do you call this line? This line is called transversal line. And if I draw this line here, then, and maybe for an example, and I put X here, and put X there, and say, calculate all the angles that are missing in this example. For example, I will say here is 45. Let me say here is 45. So they want to know what is X and what is 1, what is 2, what is 3, what is 4. For now, I want you to know this. Let's focus here. What is X? If this is 45, then what is X? First thing, if you want to know all these things, if you want to answer this kind of problems, you need to study your textbook. There is laws and rules before you answering these things. You must know about corresponding angles. You must know about alternating interior angles and also exterior angles and consecutive interior angles, and also know about the sum of the consecutive angles, and also know about the vertical opposite angles. So I will start with vertical opposite angles. In this case, this situation is like this situation here. So this X is vertical to this one. So they are the same. This is vertical opposite angles. This is also vertical opposite angles. So it means here X is vertical to our 45. So in this case, it means X is equals to 45. Why? Because it says so. It says that X is equal to this one and Y is equals to this one. So here, X is equals to 45. So X is 45. This is vertical angles. Then we're going to corresponding angles. Which angles do correspond to each other here? which angles are corresponding to each other. What are corresponding angles? So in this case, corresponding angles is 2 and 6. So angle 2 is equals to angle 6, because they are corresponding to each other. You see this angle here is the same as this angle. Like they are the same, guys. You can see that this is the same thing. This is the same thing. So they correspond to each other. This, we call this corresponding angles. And also 4 and 8. They are also corresponding angles. They are also corresponding angles. 4 is equals to 8. Angle is equals to angle 8. Corresponding angles and vertical angles. We have alternating interior angles. Before we can go to alternating interior angles, what are interior angles here? Interior angles in this case is 4, 3, 6 and 5. These are inside these two angles, A and B. These angles are located in between these two parallel lines. You see, they are interior angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are interior angles. 1, 2, they are corresponding angles. 1, 2, they are vertical angles. So, what else do we have to know? Alternating interior angles. This angle is equals to this one. 4 is equals to 3. These are alternating interior angles. Interior angles. Is 4 and 3. Angle 4 is equals to angle 4 and 6 mean is equals to angle 6. So we know about alternating interior angles, we know about corresponding angles, we also know about vertical angles. So what is consecutive angle? Consecutive angles. Consecutive angles. I hope you writing these things down, guys, because I keep erasing, you see. So I need space. You need to write them down. You can also rewind the video if you want. So we also have consecutive angles. Consecutive angles What do you know about consecutive angles? You know that consecutive angles, they add up to 180. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is consecutive angles. Consecutive angles. Angle 3 and angle 6. Let me say plus. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equals to angle 1. It means 4 plus 5 is also equals to 180. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is also equals to 180. You need to know these things by heart. You need to know all these things by heart. The reason why I'm doing these things is because you're gonna need them right now when I do these problems. So let's go ahead and do some few examples. So let me say, okay, let me start first with triangles. So we have a, oh guys, I didn't talk about supplementary angles and also complementary angles. What do you know about supplementary angles? Supplementary angles, they add up to 180. Supplementary angles they add up to 180, and then complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. So supplementary angles, we know that they add up to 180, and then complementary angles, we know that they add up to 190. So let's go and do few examples. Supplementary angle. Okay, let me start with complementary angle. We know they add up to 180. They add up to 90 degrees. So let me say we have a Cartesian plane, or yeah. A, B, and C. A, B, D. So this is X, this is 45. So now they say, find the value of X, find angle X. This is a complementary angle. They add up to 192, they add up to 90 degrees. So how are we going to find X in this case? First thing, you have to know that angle ABD and angle DBC is equals to angle ABC. So meaning ABD is 45. ABD is 45. ABD plus ABD plus DBC is equals to ABC. Triangle ABD is 45 plus triangle DBC is X is equals to 90 degrees. So we make this subject of the formula. We subtract 45 from both sides. This one cancel this. Then we left with X is equals to positive 45. So this is X is equals to 45 degrees. 45 plus 45 is 90. It's true. So supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. this case we have a straight line and a triangle here. This is 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees, and then they say find this angle x. Find this angle. What do you know about this thing? Angle on a straight line. Supplementary angles, we know they add up to 180. So it means x plus 30 is equals to 180. X plus 30 is equals to 180. So this angle is 150. It's 150 degrees. You see, supplementary angles add up to 180, complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. So, this is a triangle. Find this angle, x. First thing, you must know that the sum of a triangle is also the sum of the interior angles is equals to 180. So in this case, you have to know that the sum of these interior angles is equals to 180, meaning triangle A, B, C is equals to 180. So do we have A? We're looking for A. We want A, angle A. We want angle A. We have B and C. We have B and C. So what is B? Is 40. A we don't have. B is 40. And then C is how much? Is 45. It's equals to 180. We subtract 40 plus 45 is 85. We will subtract 85 here. Minus, this is 85. This is gonna be it's 95. So this is 95. 95 plus 40 plus 95 plus 45 plus 40 is equals to 180. Yeah, it's equals to 180. So we have two parallel lines again. Two parallel lines, and we have a transverse line. Line of transversal. We have 47. And then they say this one is we have angle 47 here, and then they say look for what is angle Y and what is angle X. Find the missing angles Y and Z. How are you gonna find these two missing angles. What is it that you're gonna do first thing, guys? First thing that you're gonna do is to remember the rules, the laws that we went through before we can come to these problems. Remember corresponding angles, remember vertical angles. You know, you must know all those things. You must know them by heart. So how are we going to find x and y? So vertical angles, you remember vertical angles. If it's 45 here, here is also 45. So it means here is also 40, oh, it's 47, yeah, in this case. It means here is 47. It's vertical angles. So how are we going to find this angle? This one I got it already because this one corresponds to this one. So in this case, we will say y is equals to 47. Why? Because they are corresponding angles. Y is equals to 47. We already have y here because it's equals to 47. You can use different rules to tackle these problems. This is also corresponding angles. It's also alternating interior angles. You see, this angle is equal to this one. Alternating angles. And what is x? Before we can go and find x, we need to find this one because this one is also equal to this one. They are corresponding to each other. So how to find this angle? How do we calculate this angle? We know the sum of the angles on a straight line. This is a straight line. And we have an angle here. We have an angle here. And we have an angle that is larger than 180. That is larger than 90, not 180, sorry. So now do we add these two angles? This missing. We don't know this angle. Let me say it's x. And we need x. So we're gonna add this together. We're gonna add them together because they add up to 180. It adds up to 180, so it means it's gonna be so this is 133 degrees. So here is 133 degrees. So this angle, it corresponds to this one. So they are the same. They are equal. They are congruent to each other. So x is also 133. The sum of the angles on the straight line is 180. 180 minus 47 is 133. That's it, guys. They are easy, these things. This angle is 133 because it's vertical to this one. This one is also vertical to this one. It's 40. That's it, guys. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, guys. We're using all the things that we learned about, the rules and laws. You need to open your textbook, guys. Before you do any topic, before you make some calculation inside my head, I will do this again, guys. I will do this again. Yeah, here is 50. Here's 50. And here's 35. Yeah, in this case now we can do this, guys. Vertical angles are the same. This is 50 here. And what is this angle? 180 minus 50 is 180. This is also 180. So we have all these angles. Now we need to find this angle, this angle, this angle. We need to find all these missing angles. So this is also 35, because this is vertical angles are the same. What is 180 minus 40? X plus 35 is equals to 180. So minus 35 minus 35. This 145 degrees. 145 degrees. 145 degrees. This is the Arab to 180 is 35 plus, let me say y, plus y is equal to 180. So what is y? 35, 180 minus 35, 145, 145, 145. This is 35. It's like this. This is vertical opposite angle. 35. This is also 145. So we have 35, 50. What is this angle? The sum of the triangle is 180. So 180 minus 50 plus 35. What is 50 plus 35? 85. It's 85. So this one give me 85, you guys. It gives me 85. No. No, it doesn't give me 85. 180 minus. It gives me 95. It gives me 95. But I don't agree with this thing. Why? Because this is. Nah, it's fine. It's 95. It's 95. That's what we get when we insert this in our calculator. So this is also 95. This is also 95. So what is the? This is 85. This is 85. Plus 85 plus 85. This is 95. Because this it corresponds to this one. They are corresponding angles. They correspond to each other. This is corresponding angles. Vertical angles. Vertical angles. That's it. We have calculated all the angles. You see, guys, it's a little bit tricky, but it's simple. If you want to see it, if you see it, then that's it. You will never unsee it. Once you see it, you will never unsee it. So I want to thank you for watching the session, guys. I really appreciate you watching my videos. And if you enjoyed the session, please like the video and also subscribe. Follow my page. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching these videos from YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, man.